by it at this point and suffer later.
Thanks, Ed. Plenty of provocative comments on this. And perhaps a question that I'd like to ask the privacy panel when they come up is, how do you address in a cloud environment the variety of privacy rules, EU, APEC, those kinds of things, where you can't tell how much geographical part of the world your data's in? Obviously, I don't know the answers to that. But that's another example of how technology inevitably takes standards and law. Dave, you mentioned the security professional not being able to stand and thwart the gates of progress. And Niall used, I think, if I paraphrase what Niall says, if you can't beat them, join them by going on to Agile, whatever Agile is. Dave, could you expand a little bit, since you brought it up first, how do you, as a responsible security professional, reconcile what you know with what you know you've got to deal with in this new burgeoning world?
So I think it's a headset we all need to get on the bus, as my old boss used to say, because the bus is leaving the station. We've got some pretty significant changes coming. Standing in the way of them is obviously not going to work. So we as security people and privacy people and emergency preparedness people need to be just as agile and just as innovative in what we do in order to enable our businesses, our organizations to do the stuff that they have to do. Companies aren't doing innovation in agile computing because it's cool. They're doing it because they have to compete. And if they don't compete, they'll be out of business. And you won't have a job if they're not in business. So it's in our best interest in every way to do that kind of thing. I think there's some huge opportunities here as well. Don mentioned the privacy stuff, or Bob mentioned the privacy stuff. One of the things we're looking at is actually being able to take the identity and access management technologies that are available today and the claims-based identity stuff and make one of the claims that identifies you, your country of origin, so that I can literally segment information by what country you're in, and then when the German police come in and say, I want all the information on all the German citizens, I can give them a key. And they only get access to information about German customers on eBay or German transactions on eBay. I need to segment the information, and I'm going to be storing it in the cloud, and I can't be sure exactly where the information is. And by the way, if you talk to Google, they'll tell you that when you give them your username and password, your username, neither your username nor your password exists in their entirety, not even those little short pieces of data on any one server. It's scattered across hundreds of servers, and that's actually part of their security model, because anybody who compromises a server isn't going to get anything that has any value in it. So they actually see that as a security feature, and it is. But how do you then take the identity of the customer information you haven't protected in accordance with the various laws that you have to protect with? And if you're in an international organization like ours, if we're in 33 countries around the world, I've got some amazingly convoluted things that I have to do in order to protect that, all the way up to the Massachusetts law. We just went through a major change to the site to adapt to the Massachusetts law. I have Germany, France, and emerging stuff that's being developed in Asia right now that has significant new impacts to how we store and protect information about our customers and things like that. We have the largest data warehouse in the world. We go to great lengths to make sure that the data that goes in there is protected and when it goes in, but how do I deal with the fact that I've got analysts who sit there all day long mining that data warehouse and taking little pieces of information from various things, and individually they may not have been of great significance at all when they were put in there, but when that analyst pulls something out, they've probably created something that's incredibly valuable, and who owns that? How do I classify that? That's why what Niall's mentioned with the data-driven security stuff is something we absolutely have to get to. We have to start looking at a security model that looks at how we secure the data, not the system and not the network and not the device and that kind of thing. We're still probably going to have to do some of that stuff too, but you can't just let that go away. But one of the nice things about clouds is I can depend on my provider to do that for me, as long as I've got some mechanism to assess the fact that they continue to do so. You know, shared assessments takes on a whole new concept when you look at something like, should I give my IT function to Microsoft? That's literally what they're trying to get themselves prepared to do, is to become your IT provider. Make sure that you get the latest and greatest, you know, applications, packages, all the things that you need to be incredibly productive and do all the things you need to do, and all the space you need to do it, and the ability to expand quickly and contract when you want to without incurring any additional cost. And never, you don't have to worry about depreciation, you don't have to worry about all kinds of issues. Some amazing capabilities. But how are you going to make sure that the things that need to be done from a governance risk and compliance perspective are being done effectively? And then how in the world do I decide that, you know, validate that I can actually recover in that environment and continue to run critical business operations?
And then going in the other direction from privacy, I think one of the largest breakthroughs has been the change in the way the government classifies information. So at least for horizontal spaces where people are collaborating to get work done virtually, you have now something called the Controlled Unclassified Information Standard, and I don't know if there are that many people in the room who deal with that or not. That's a huge breakthrough in terms of what government agencies can share with the private sector or with other entities as well. And it does affect the way that we run all kinds of events, whether they're catastrophes, disasters, or something less than that.
Niall, we sent out a press release when we published version 5 on ADP saying that we were doing something with cloud computing, as I recall. And it's my understanding that to make that true, you formed a team. And if you could share with the folks what your cloud computing team is doing, and what kind of work product you're planning on producing with version 6 that's coming out.
Sure, absolutely. So I think one of what we're certainly trying to do as part of the shared assessment is very much an open and a cloud for development itself. So it's really working very closely with organizations such as like Cloud Security Alliance, and really working on, instead of us reproducing work that they're doing and vice versa for high trust, have it whereby you've got one general like forum between all the different organizations feeding with their data across the board. What we're actually doing as part of 6.0 on the shared assessment, and because we're an agile, we change this every couple of weeks or so. What we're doing at the moment is literally, we're going to release a white paper in the next two and a half months or so, and that's specifically going to be on shared assessments and on controls, and we're going